Reversing a trailer or a boat, a caravan, it's one of life's greatest joys, isn't it? Especially in a confined and unfamiliar space with degree of difficulty 13 out of a possible 10. This gets pretty stressful fast, and I'm sure we've all been there. But it doesn't have to be this way. Meet the WRC001 wireless reversing camera from Oricom. It's a second set of eyes that really does simplify this problem. It protects people because reversing a big fat trailer is potentially quite dangerous, especially to children who have typically no concept of risk. But it also protects valuable assets like boats and caravans and the real estate you are manoeuvring them around. And not only that, it might even save your marriage. Ah, there you are. We've all seen them, haven't we? These near divorce experiences when couples, erroneously attempt to collaborate, moving a big fat trailer backwards at low speed. A nasty, nasty business, best avoided, I'd suggest. It's amazing to me how frosty it can get out there on the road, even in the middle of summer, somewhere between, Broome and Perth, in the aftermath of one of these low-speed disagreements. Divorce, so expensive. Clever reversing camera, not so much. The magnetic base goes wherever you want, essentially, but if you want to stick it somewhere that's not ferromagnetic, there's Velcro tape included. There's a rechargeable lithium-ion battery inside, and you recharge it with this supplied USB cable. So if your car's got a USB outlet for recharging, then there's really no reason for this unit to live anywhere other than in your car, where it's always on hand if you need it. The official runtime is up to 8 hours, which, when you think about it, that's quite a lot of precision reversing. The lens has a 120-degree field of view, so it's ultra wide. It's roughly equivalent to 10 millimeters on a 35mm full frame format for photography. It's also got infrared style night vision, so we'll get that to kick in by walking into this really dark, dank piece of the car park here. That's infrared night vision on right now. So pretty much the darkest night you can imagine, you'll be seeing just fine backing your trailer into some confined space. The camera transmits the image to your smartphone via Wi-Fi using the free Safety Cam app. It only takes a few minutes to download and set up, and after that, connection is seamless. You power on the camera, invoke the app, you connect, and you are good to go. The app is fairly basic, but it does everything you need. There are lane guidelines, which are pretty helpful if you mount the camera in the center of the trailer, but you can turn them off if you don't need them. You can flip the view so that it presents on your phone as if you are looking in a rear view mirror, or not. And if you mount the camera inverted, you can flip the view so that you're not looking at the whole world to the rear upside down. The WRC001 is rated IPX6, meaning it'll withstand strong jets of water for 3 minutes minimum. They don't actually say rainproof, but heavy rain is not going to worry you. The camera connects to your phone via Wi-Fi, not Bluetooth. So it's a nice, robust, high-strength connection. They say 15 metres is the official range, and I would argue that if you're sitting there in the driver's seat and the rear end of your trailer is suddenly substantially more than 15 metres from you, then something has probably gone horrendously, irreversibly awry, and a camera may not be that much of an asset henceforth. However, in my testing, the range on this baby is substantially more than 15 metres. We're standing 50 metres away from the car right now. You can probably see it just over my right shoulder. And the camera is on the bonnet and it is energised. I've got my phone in my hand, so the range is roughly 3 times the specified range. The app is invoked, but I've not yet connected. And it's telling me that it can see the Wi-Fi network, so I'm just going to hit connect now, and you can see that we have a camera signal, and I'm just going to walk back to the car now and essentially just check it for continuity all the way back. But given the wide angle lens, you know, seeing 50 meters is like seeing a speck almost over the horizon. So you've got more than enough coverage, as I see it, to do anything that you would conceivably want to do with a reversing camera. Now, just bear in mind, I'm in a big concrete box at the moment. It's open on that side, there's a stone wall on this side, and there's a dirty, thick concrete slab above and below us. I don't know if that's boosting or hindering the signal, but hey, 3 times the range, you can see a speck in the distance. How much more range do you really need? I shouldn't have to say this out loud perhaps, but you know what, I'm going to anyway. The WRC001 is designed as a temporary camera installation. That means when you need precision reversing vision, you get it out of the glove box or the centre console and you put it in place. I wouldn't be leaving it on the trailing edge of my caravan while I was driving all the way across the Nullarbor. Like, the magnet is pretty strong, you know, like a 246 block is not light and it's substantially heavier than the camera and it's lifting it up just fine. So it would probably be there at the other end of the journey, but it's really designed to be pulled out and put in place when you need that second set of eyes. If you've got a horse float or a dog trailer, you could even use it to make sure that those important passengers out the back are okay en route. But let's say you're a tradie. You've got your tradie trailer, you've got a mini excavator, a dump trailer, you've got a boat, a caravan, a horse float, maybe dirt bikes and or a jet ski. Your front yard might well be a shrine, perhaps even a World Heritage listed monument to every mode of towing transportation known to man. And don't the neighbours just love that? Even if that's you, I would argue that just one of these Oricom WRC001s is all you need for the great variety of towing available even to you. Everything from the boat ramp in the dead of night to the building site at 5 a.m. in the dead of winter. It's a multi-fit vehicle and trailer solution, right? Rental trailer, no problem. Best mate's boat, ditto. It's actually really good for hitching up as well, and that's especially useful if you've got an older car with no factory reversing camera, or a car like the Triton here, which is relatively new, but the reversing camera's not that good at giving you a close-up perspective straight down on the tow ball and the coupling on the trailer as they approach one another. And then of course when you are hitched up, you can put it wherever you want. There's no hard and fast law that says it's got to go on the trailer or the car. When you get close to whatever it is you're heading towards, why not take it off the trailer and put it on the side so that you get a spotter's eye view from the side, so that as you're backing up to some obstacle, you can see exactly where the rear of the trailer is in space in relation to that obstacle, thereby avoiding that near divorce experience that we touched on earlier. I don't know about you, dude, but I don't typically have to reverse much more precisely than this with my trailer, but it's pretty dark in here and this rock cutting is very unforgiving, and I'm about 150 off at the closest point to the cutting. And the best thing about this is I only had to get out once, right? And that was just to unstick the camera from the trailer and move it over there behind you so that it could function more or less like a spotter, so that I could just see precisely how close I was getting to this cutting. Now, without that, I'd be in and out of the car maybe, I don't know, 6 or 8 times, and I'd be moving back a little bit and then eyeballing it and getting in and going again, iteratively doing that. And Murphy's Law, sooner or later, you do that, you're gonna biff the wall. But with the reversing camera in spotter mode, if we can call it that, there's no chance of that. So happy days. What's been working out pretty well for me these past couple of weeks is to have the camera in a position like this, which is the leading edge of the box of the trailer, up pretty high, looking slightly down, because what that does is it establishes the trailer in the shot in space, and it gives you a reference where you see the trailer moving through the scenery that you're pushing it backwards into. And then when I get close to the target, I pull the camera off and put it around the side towards the rear so that I can ensure that it functions like a spotter, and it allows me to see exactly how close I'm getting to the thing I want to get close to but not hit. And to set the camera up, I just use the phone as a reference monitor, so I can set the sort of pan and tilt of the head, if you like, and get it just Goldilocks. And then I grab the phone, whip up to the driver's seat, stick it in the suction mount, and then I don't have to worry about legal compliance in an environment that might be legally construed as a road. The Oricom WRC001 is available from Auto1. I'll put a link to it at Auto1 in the description, plus a code that'll get you free express shipping on checkout. I used to have such an awesome head of really quite thick hair, and then I did just ever so slightly too much precision trailer reversing. Imagine that. I guess this is a warning of sorts, therefore, but your life doesn't have to end this way, dude. The Oricom WRC001 is an excellent, affordable upgrade to the most stressful part of the average towing journey, which would be, obviously, the final couple of car lengths.